Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. So this video is going to be part of my Sketchbook Doodles video playlist series that I have going on at the moment, because it is a spread in my sketchbook, hopefully. But the difference is from previous videos is two things. One, I'm using my webcam to record, so quality might be different, I'm not sure. And then the second thing is that I'm going to try my best to do this in real time, so I'm going to limit my rambling to a minimum so I have an easier time editing this and things roll a little bit smoothly. So if you guys want to, grab your sketchbooks or do whatever you want, put me in the background or whatever, and I'm going to try my best to do real-time sketching for you guys. So you guys would have saw this video yesterday. But today, I'm deciding to do some doodling. I have a swatch card, or a card for my swatches. So I'm going to do something similar to this. Hopefully you guys can see, because I'm not sure how good the quality is on this webcam anymore. I think I've used it once or twice for videos, and I think people didn't really notice the difference, or like they said the quality is about the same. So it shouldn't be too bad. So I was originally planning to do something like this, which is pencil crayon with markers as well, or just pencil crayons, which is on this side. But I'm thinking that I might want to give myself a break, because this takes a lot more effort, because you have to keep sharpening, I have to test out different colors and stuff, while this is a little bit more like mindless doodling, which I think is going to be a little bit more fun. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm thinking I'm going to be drawing 8 knots from Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm just going to take binder clips and clip the sides so our page doesn't like move or buckle as much when we're working on it. So for those doodles, the doodles that I like to do in my sketchbook, I like to use Crayola Supertips. A lot of people ask me about this, that what markers do you use for your doodling? And literally I'm just using Crayola Supertips. Variety of colors. So yeah. The pen I'm going to be using is the Staedtler Liquid Point in the nib size 7. So I prefer this one over this one because the Uniball bleeds a little bit more, like it feathers a little bit more, and this one gets a lot finer lines, which I enjoy. So I'm going to be using my Color Eno Mechanical Pencil. I'm just going to move this over a little bit so I'm a little bit more comfortable in drawing. You guys probably won't see what I'm drawing for a little while because this is fairly light. I have a reference right here, so I'm just going to look for his outfit, and we're gonna start. I'm just gonna do kind of a 3/4 version, I guess. If you saw my bonbony kind of doodle page, I had one that's more of a full body, 3/4 of a full body kind of thing, almost like a waist up, or like from its knee, his knees downwards. And that's because I wanted to make sure that I can be familiar with his outfit and kind of like how I want to draw him. Now I'm going to try my best not to skew his proportions too badly. Hopefully my face and my head won't be in the way. I feel like I already talked too much in the video. So the proportions aren't going to be that great on this. Pretty sure I made his body a little too short. But we'll just do this so we know what his outfit looks like. I feel like I just love drawing Ignots. I think he looks really cute. So I might cut a lot of this out because I don't think you guys can see the sketch that well. Also, I'm keeping my sketch fairly rough, like still fairly clean, but still fairly rough, because once I start doing the line art with the pen, that's when I kind of add more details. Okay, I tried my best to change the camera settings so you guys can see a little bit better, and it's a little less overexposed, because that's something I noticed that I do a lot, is I tend to overexpose my shots a little bit. He has to wear gloves. Let's move on to putting some values and colors. So the colors that I like using for ignots in particular, I'm gonna show you guys. So these are the colors I have. I believe it's this color is one of them. I'm gonna test this green. Yeah, we're gonna test a bunch of greens out. I would like one more of like a greeny yellow and or gold, which might be this one. I think I'm gonna stay away from brown. So one thing about is what I like doing with my colors. First, you need to swatch them because Crayolas don't have any names or numbers on them, or at least these ones don't. So I need to test on what colors I like. So far, I like this one for his cape. Well, I think these two match better. He has more of a, this is too light, too neon. And yellow, so I like this, this, and this, I think. Let's check. This one? Sure, let's do that. I'm gonna put these two away. So these are the colors I'm gonna be using for ignots. So one thing I like about doing with these markers is that I like to choose only kind of like accent colors, usually their hair color and the prominent color of their outfit. Okay, so I'm gonna use this for his neck as well. Let's see. I'm gonna use this for the lighter areas. So, which is here. And another thing I like doing is make sure to leave a little bit of white in some areas to indicate highlights or like folds. I know some people aren't as confident doing this because they would like to do line work first, and you can totally do line work. Just make sure that your colors or your markers work well with whatever you're doing your line art with. The pen that I use for line art is not waterproof, I don't believe. So I have to do this first. And this is just kind of how like I like to work anyways. It's how I work with watercolors. It's kind of how I've done my other doodles and my Inktober. I've done it this way as well. I don't really care about like streaks and stuff because like it's a doodle. I can treat it to like however I want it to look. So wait, actually, let's see. I'm gonna do his gloves in this color too. Even though that would be the color of his belt area. Actually, let's just... I didn't sketch in the belt area. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up now and just start coloring, and then hopefully we can do several doodles in one session instead of taking like 10 years to do this. This might be okay. I think it's still a little bit too much of the stuff being colored in. It's okay. Let's move on to line art. Okay. I've already spent like half an hour on this. Wow. I feel like we'll start with the eyes. Now, I usually do line art with the book being like my sketchbook being a little bit more at an angle like this. But I can't really show you guys what I'm doing if I do it like that, so hopefully this still works. That was a mistake. Shouldn't have put that to indicate his lower lip. Oh well. I think that's something like I say a lot though. Oh well. And like, to be honest, it's okay. Because these are just doodles and they shouldn't matter. Should be just for fun. So this is when you can really flesh it out. And it's like one of my favorite parts to do. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna zoom in. You guys can see a detailed shot after the whole thing is done. Made his waist way too thin. Okay, so I think I have the gist of how Ignatz looks for the most part. So I'm just gonna go into full like sketching mode and hopefully get a lot done. Yeah, so hopefully I can still keep this real time. Ah, okay, I'm just gonna do some headshots. I keep forgetting to sit up straight. Okay. Should do his eyes a little bit smaller. See if we can correct that when I'm lining it. There's a lot of like habits I have to break out of. There's like a certain way I draw hair that looks the same every time. Okay. He looks a lot younger. So hopefully... look a psycho. Okay. I'm gonna make him look cross-eyed. I left the one side of his eyes a little bit too wide. Okay. His eyes look very weird, but it looks better than what it could have been. Okay, I think maybe I saved it. Sorry if you guys can't hear me that well. I keep talking like super quiet and then I remember I should talk sometimes when I'm doing these doodling sessions. Because sometimes when I'm doing these doodling sessions, I'm usually like just in my own thoughts. I kind of don't think about, you know, certain things too much. Nervous Ignots. I think I want to do like a sitting pose. Hopefully you can't hear my stomach. Because I just drank stuff. I really need to study anatomy. Yeah, I'm about almost a quarter away. No, quarter. How do I say that? Quarter ways into the sketchbook. I've been sketching a lot, but like not as much as I probably would like to. The sketchbook. Okay, so let's make this into ignots. I also need to sit up like a normal person. Such a weird angled hand. Okay, I usually don't use these erasers, but I'm gonna do it because I keep seeing the under drawing and I don't like it. Darn. Okay, I'm gonna do maybe the rest of this. Some in real time, some in not real time, only because like someone's home right now and I can't talk to the camera like a normal person. Be right back. Okay, so this is editing Joanna, so this is after the fact. As you guys can see, I'm no longer talking directly from the webcam anymore. I am doing this in post. I just wanted to do a little bit more of a voiceover for the last little bit, and then I'll leave you guys probably with just the audio of me doing like sketching, the marker sounds and stuff. So you kind of have a bit of 3 different audio. So one is real-time audio while I'm sketching. Second one is me doing the audio after the fact, so after I've done clipping all the sections of the videos and stuff and putting it together into my editing program. And then I think the last little bit will be just kind of the sketching noises with a little bit of background music just to keep it a little bit upbeat. I might just leave it as the sketching noises just to keep it a little bit consistent with, I don't know what I'm talking about, but A little bit about the artwork and sketches and stuff after the fact, after I've done the majority of the sketching. So drawing Ignots was very fun. I actually did enjoy drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Ignots. More or less, there's, I think, 4 kind of 3/4 body. I think there's only 1 full body Ignots and then 2 headshots. For the most part, I do like all of them. The sitting one's probably my least favorite. The one that he's sitting directly on the bottom of the page with his legs like stretched out for the most part. Probably my least favorite, but overall I really enjoyed it. I know in the beginning I was complaining a little bit about my color choices, saying that I might have picked too many colors, but I think overall I actually liked that I used like the dark green, the olive green, and the goldish color. I think they all matched really nicely, and then after doing all of the doodles all together, it looks really cute as a spread, so I'm actually quite happy. I think the next time I do something like this, I would like to keep it in real time with me narrating as I'm drawing. I think that's the most natural way. First of all, it might be better and beneficial for you guys to see how and what I think about when I'm doing these sketchbook pages, because I think some people don't realize how long these pages usually take me. So for the the one spread with the 2 pages, it took me about 2 hours according to my footage, and I was able to take it down up till about like just over half. I was able to cut out a lot of it, but the reason being is that I'm quite slow at sketching, but I also like to savor the aspect of just being able to sit down and sketch. I just really love sketching, so that's why I do so many like sketchbook pages, why I'm a little bit attached to the sketchbook doodle series kind of thing. I just think it's more relaxing for me to take my time and doodle, not like doodle to fill up stuff like sketchbooks or doodle for like thumbnails or any mock-up kind of things. I just want to sketch just for fun because it's just fun. So you guys probably saw the process. So I usually sketch with my palette Color Eno, and then go with the marker, and then go with a kind of a needlepoint pen to do the line work. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to talk about. I think this one, and then I have another headshot, and then 2 kind of like waist up versions of Ignots. Yeah, I believe a lot of people asked recently about wanting to see more of my marker doodles, so I hope this helps your fix. Also, I hope it makes you guys understand kind of how I choose my colors for my minimum palette kind of doodles, and how I kind of approach making these kind of, what I call them, sketch pages, where I kind of overlap different sketches and kind of either plan by inserting poses that fit in certain areas, or just sketch and let things kind of like, you know, go behind each other or like stop at weird places. I just think it looks, to me anyways, aesthetically pleasing, and it makes me happy to look back at my sketchbook that I did do a lot of like varied poses or like head angles, even though the 2 angles that I did today for the heads, like the headshots, are ones that I've done a lot before, so those were definitely like in my comfort zone. But I think the more I draw like even Fire Emblem characters, or even in the future when I would like to doodle Koji a little bit more, I will try to expand my ability and my knowledge to do more dynamic poses, because that's something I definitely struggle with. Because I can do basic poses, but they always look stiff, so I definitely should do more poses and stuff that are more dynamic. If you guys did get this far, and I really, 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 really do appreciate if you did watch this far, please let me know what kind of stuff you would like to see for the next sketch with me kind of video. So sketch with me's and sketchbook doodles are kind of different for me. but they're going to be falling under the same category. So Sketch with Me's will be still under the Sketchbook Doodle series. Sketchbook Doodle series is basically anything that I do in my sketchbook that I end up recording will go under that section. Sketch with Me's, I would consider longer videos that are in real time, but most likely they will be part of my Sketchbook Doodle series, only because I pretty much only sketch for fun in my sketchbook. I don't really sketch anywhere else as much. I just like being able to keep all my stuff into one place. So just some suggestions of what I could do for the future is more of these kinds of stuff. So marker doodles, I definitely will do a lot more. Maybe you guys might be interested in pencil spreads. So that could be two things. Normal graphite mechanical pencil, which you guys probably see me do a lot because I do love using just mechanical pencil for drawing. The other thing would be using my Prismacolor Kohl Erase in the color Carmine, I believe, and blue. And I could do those ones also under the pencil section. Another thing I could do in the Sketch with Me is obviously the pencil crayon stuff. Like I said earlier, it does take a lot more time, which is why I would like to start with the marker doodles for this round, because it's a little bit quicker for me, even though it's 2 hours. I don't know how long you guys spend sketching. I don't know. I really savor my sketching time, so I will try to like soak up as much time I can just dedicated to sketching. But yeah, I could do pencil crayon doodles. What else could I do in my sketchbook? I'm gonna try watercolors again in the sketchbook. I'm not sure how well it works, but that's another thing like I usually like to do in a sketchbook. And I think that's it. Please let me know what you guys might be interested in, or maybe you want me to try something new in the sketchbook. I could potentially give it a go. I don't mind. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly check how much of this voiceover is left before. Oof. Yeah, there's a lot left. I might just leave the rest for like the background music playing, and then it'll sync back into having only the sketch noises. But do let me know what you guys prefer. So like types of sketching you like to see in a future Sketch with Me or even Sketchbook Doodle series, you guys can let me know. And what kind of audio you guys prefer. Do you prefer me doing audio in real time while I'm sketching? Do you guys prefer the voiceover portion with real-time sketching? Or do you guys prefer, I don't know, maybe just the scratching noises and the marker noises? I'm fine with all three, to be honest, so I'm not sure what you guys would like. Heck, like, I could just put music, chill music over top. You guys can just doodle along with that. I'm not sure. Yeah. So by the time this is uploaded, that'll be Saturday. So I'll be planning for next week's video, which I have no clue because I uploaded 2 videos this week. I think 2 videos this week. I had this one and page 1. But yeah, I thank you guys very much for watching. If you did get this far, and we're pretty much past halfway. But I'll talk to you guys next week with a new video. And yeah, bye!